Hey Facebook fam. Hey Facebook fam. This is Shuga Shootin' the breeze. Random. Y'all know how I do. Y'all know how I do. When it hit me, I run with it. When it hits me, I runs with it. Just wanted to come on here and interact with the folks. You know, got access to the world wide web. Got access to the internet. Got access to the whole world right here. Yeah. I used to find a lot of joy in just being able to go and see what's out there, and I still do. I still do find joy going and seeing what's going on out there in the world. I think my mom, I come from a family of four. I'm the oldest of four. My mother, my father, Clarence and Shirley Tatum's oldest baby girl, from a town called Bainbridge, Georgia. Bainbridge, Georgia. Born and raised. Originally, specifically Attapugas, Georgia. Let me make that correction. Attapugas, Georgia is where I was born. My grandmother, Rosie Mae Jordan, was the one to first lay a hand on me. You know, she was a midwife, and she always liked to tell me, yeah, I was the first one to lay a hand on you. Rosie Mae Jordan, that's my paternal grandmother. But just wanted to come on here, Shuga Shootin' the breeze, random, to talk with the people. You know, it's always good to just be able to interact and just get a taste of what other folks is doing out there in the world. Yep, out there in the world. I grew up in the country, for one, simply because that's where my family is from, in the deep south of Georgia, right there in the corner, Decatur County, Georgia. Decatur County is sitting on about maybe 30, 35, 36,000 people, about 36,000. Hey, Miss Clara, how you doing? Hey, Miss Clara. Yeah, I just want to come on here and shoot the breeze with you, you know, just talk, interact. You know, back when I grew up, folks would be sitting out on the front porch where I'm from, and folks stop by, interact with you, talk with you. Yeah, and then they go on. They go on about their day, you know, just fellowship, visiting with you. You know, and for me, I like to go. As a kid, I loved to go. My mother said I didn't never want to stay home, even as a baby. You know, my dad, he'd be heading out, and I want to go. I want to get outside. I want to go see what he doing. I want to go see what he doing, where he going. You know, I love to be out, and it's just beauty in being able to go out and find stuff to experience for the first time. You know, it's the beauty in that. And so, yeah, so I just want to be able to come on here. Now I got access to the world wide web. You know, I can interact with people anywhere in the world. That's right. Us Georgia Southern girls. We the Southern Belles, Southern Peaches. But we don't meet strangers. And that's what they say. We don't meet a stranger. You know, we say hello, say hi, how you doing? Yeah. Yeah, we don't meet strangers. And so we, you know, spend a lot of time just being involved, enjoying people, interacting, you know, getting to know folks. Because in a small town, you know, that the folks in those towns become your family. You know, there's a lot of value in that. There's a lot of value in a small town. There's a lot of value in it because ain't but so many people. So You value people. Yeah, you value folk. You know, you put a lot of value in people, you know. And small towns, they got big love. You know, they show big love for each one, each and every one. Yeah, we got our drama. We had our drama. We had it because everybody know everybody. But for the most part, you know, we gonna show a lot of love because we put value on the human being, the person. You know, yeah, that's what we did, and that's what we continue to do. And so my little small town of Bainbridge, Georgia, the city of Bainbridge, right about now, sitting at about maybe 16,000 people, give or take. But that's where I'm from. And yeah, I'm feeling some kind of way because I got word that they're about to tear down my high school. They're about to tear down the high school that I graduated from back in 1989. Yeah, 1989 is when I graduated. I came out of them doors. And they getting ready to tear it down, y'all. They getting ready to tear down my high school. They get ready to tear down Shuga High School. I mean, they're going to replace it with something that's going to be very valuable. Very valuable. I miss you too. I miss you too. Yep, Miss Clara, yeah. You greeted us. It was like, ooh. It's a lot of love. This a lot of love. You was our first greeter at New Covenant. Christian Ministry, you was our first greeter. You was the face. You was the face of that church. And it's like, oh, yeah. Miss Clara is representation of New Covenant. And it was a beautiful experience from the very beginning. And when we attended, yes. But yeah, you know, my little high school is about to be demolished. Bainbridge High School. Yeah, it's about to be demolished. And like I said, I'm feeling some kind of way about it because as you get older, you value things, and especially when you have an opportunity to go back home and visit family and visit your hometown, you have all these different landmarks that jogs your memory of what took place, you know. Yeah, it would jog your memory on what took place. And the high school was one of the biggest landmarks, and I'm sure in any town, any city, the high school that any of us have attended has been the biggest landmark. And if you ever went back home, you go by. If it's still there, you go by and you want to see it, and you chuckle and you get a little laugh from it as to memories that come flooding in. Once you lay eyes on the building, the memory comes flooding back in as to what went on in the school, how you contributed. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. We can. We certainly can. We can have lunch date. We certainly can. So yeah, meeting good people is so important. It's so important to meet people, you know. I know Miss Clara, you know, our pastor, he would say, you need some people. You need people. People need people. Ain't no man is an island. No man is. You need people. People need people. Yeah. Yep. And so, like I said, I feel some kind of way. My little high school about to be replaced by something great, though. It's going to be replaced by a hospital, because they need a new hospital there. And so they're going to use that space to build a hospital, from what I understand. But yeah. We had a number of folks to come from that high school. Let me tell you something. Oh. Yep. We love you too, Miss Clara. Yeah, we love you too. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. And I'm going to show you. Let me see. I got a picture of there's 2 buildings that's going to be torn down. Our high school and the Coliseum, where they played, basketball, and where they played, had all types of events that they hosted there. But this is like the basketball. This was one of the booklets for our basketball team. We had a great basketball team and football team as well, and our band was out of sight too. But this was from 1992, 93. It's always great to have memorabilia and stuff, keepsakes, because I think in this digital world we're gonna lose a lot. We're definitely gonna lose a lot in this digital world, because you can't tangibly hold digital. You can't. You can try and store it. You can try and back it up. But the hard copy, if you don't have a hard copy of it, then it's lost. It's lost if you haven't backed it up and stored it up. But I come from a family that we truly hold on to stuff. We love to hold on to things that mean something to you. I'm not a pack rat. I'm not that. But I definitely believe in holding on to stuff. Yeah. And it's a memory, because like I say, being able to go by that high school whenever I go home and see it, and like I said, the memory's gonna flood back every time, every time. And like, not to be able to go there and then at some point gonna look to the left as I go up College Street, and it's not gonna be there. It feels strange. It makes me sad to know that it's not going to be there at some point. So right now what they're doing, they're auctioning off things that's in the building. They're auctioning off stuff for those who want it. They have an online auction. All I want, I'm going to be honest, all I want from it is a brick. I just want a brick from the school. That's all I want. Just one brick. And that's the tangible part that allows you to be able to say, yeah, it was real. Because here's proof. Yeah, it was real. And so, as a matter of fact, this just a little trivia side info. Kirby Smart, he went to our high school. He went to Bainbridge High School. That's his picture right there. Yep. He was a Bearcat, Kirby Smart. He was a Bearcat. He certainly was. He was a Bainbridge Bearcat. Who knew? Kirby Smart. Yeah. So, good things, good stuff come up out of small towns. Good people. Raised with great values. Yeah. Come up out of small towns. So yeah. So many memories of being in that high school. So many. Yep. So It's gonna be interesting. Yeah, I didn't realize, Miss Claire, I didn't realize how valuable it was to hold on to stuff from when I was 14, 15, coming through school, from middle school, from elementary to middle to high school, pictures, memorabilia, that truly means more now, because like I say, you can't go back and replicate it. You can't. You can't. Hey, sister-in-law. Hey, sister-in-law Kathy. I'm on here just sugar shooting the breeze. That's all. Sugar shooting the breeze. I'm on here just reminiscing. I say I feel some kind of way because our high school about to be towed down, girl. It's about to be towed down. our high school about to be towed down, Kathy. Yep. They're about to tear it down. But yeah, for a good cause. But it's still how you feel some kind of way. Because like I was telling Miss Claire, I was like, look, yeah, we just, it's a memory. It helps with your memory to be able to see it every time we go past it. And of course the Coliseum too. It helps with that. And just to not be able to have it there in Bainbridge as a landmark anymore at some point, you know. That's what I want, a brick. I just want one brick. I ain't greedy. I just want a brick from the high school, that's all. To say that, yeah, I did. I went there, and I got a brick to show that this was actually the spot that it came from. So many memories, girl. I mean, we done had so many people to go through that high school. I think they say it's like it was established back in the late 60s. Don't quote me on it, but I think it was the late 60s. Of course, I graduated in 89, but so many people have gone through those doors, come through those doors, and yeah, and to see it. And I think too, it's going to be interesting to see the demolition of it, how it's going to affect the town in and of itself. You know, it's going to be something. Right about now, we got friends who have been posting. They've been posting online the pictures for those that are there and have been able to get there to the school and do a walk through Bainbridge High School in Bainbridge, Georgia, Decatur County. They walked through and they've been able to take pictures just to kind of give those of us a glimpse of what it looks like. Yep, it would be nice if Bainbridge, if it could be on a t-shirt. It really would be. It would be a great idea to be able to have it on a t-shirt. You know? Because like I said, it's a memory. It's something that we experienced, you know. We experienced Bainbridge High School, going through there. We experienced it. And then to have it not be no longer like it, poof, it's going to be replaced. So, yeah, you do have the memories, but that building in and of itself truly stirs. I think it stirs up more whenever I would pass by. When we come home to visit, I would pass by and see it, and it's like, yep. I remember. And it would be great if they could put it on a t-shirt. But the high school itself, get a picture of it. Even the Coliseum itself, get a picture of it. That I was showing the VHS booklet. This was in 92, 93, and that's the Coliseum on the front of it, of course. You know, and throughout the book, you know, it just got pictures of folks. These were the coaches at that time. These are all the coaches. Yep. Yeah. And throughout the book, all the players. This is, like I said, from 1992 to 93. Different players. Yeah. Keep scrolling through. Different players. Yep. Carter's fried chicken. Carter's fried chicken. But I'm gonna tell you something. They had some of the best fried chicken. Carter's fried chicken. Boy, when I was there and going to the in the nursing program, and for lunch we was at Carter's fried chicken. We was there for that chicken. Boy, that chicken, God dog, that was some good chicken. It was good. Yes, sir. Yes, indeedy. Let's see who else we got in here. Let's see who else we got in here. We had Corey Levins. He was on the team. Corey Levins, yep. Who else we got? Tamika Dukes. Yeah. Tamika Dukes, she was one of the players. Who else we got? Bo Jones. Ryan Pearson. Yep, he was on the team. Who else we got? Had Eugene Bryant. We live right next door to Eugene. He and my classmate Keith Bryant. Who else we got? Tandra Cox. Yep. Yeah, we had a basketball team. I'm here to tell you. Bainbridge had many athletes come through them doors. Many athletes. And they were awesome. They were awesome. Who else we got? We had Neil Hare. That's Neil Hare. Who else we got? Gordon Screen. Yep. Gordon Screen. Yep. Pamela Taylor. Bainbridge High School, y'all. Bainbridge High School. See what else we got. And see, in this booklet, it would have the businesses there to help pay for the ads as well. Who we got? Jonathan Butler. Yeah. And who else? Erica Sanders. These was our ballers, y'all. Ballers, shot callers at Bainbridge High School. Yes. Ballers, shot callers. Bainbridge High School Bearcats. Bainbridge High School Bearcats. Basketball. Yeah. These are the Lady Cats. That's my cousin right there. Treva. Who else we got? Who else we got? Jeff Dowdy. Yep. 1992-93. Had Latoya Brown. Yep. And once again, before we had Kirby Smart. Yep. Yeah, he went. Yeah, Kirby. He went to high school. High school. Yep. Jimmy Pittman. Mr. Pittman. Yep, he went there too. He did. Who else we got Nikki Green. And Nikki Green, yep. She balled at Bainbridge High School. She balled. Tanya Harrell. Okay. Toy Frazier. Yep. These are our Bainbridge High School ballers, y'all. Who else we got? Holly Calloway. Number 35. Sakitha Smith. John Greenlee. Yep. They balled for the Bainbridge High School basketball team. That's what they did. So we had some great folks that come from them doors. Our sports team. Who else we got? We got Marcy Jones. Yep. Marcy Jones. She's came through there. And then you have what we call the B team, the Lady Cats, the B team. This is from my high school, Bainbridge High School. Yep. Many folks come through those doors. What else we got? Let's see. There's just more pictures. The senior boys and the senior girls for that particular year in 92, 93. Yeah. Yep. Yep. And so, like I say, you know, many memories. Many memories. I mean, just something to ponder. Yep, my high school, Bainbridge High School. Yep. And every year we started having what we call a mega reunion. It was adopted to allow for alumni that attended Bainbridge High School to be able to come and fellowship by the class. Young lady was able to get the ball rolling with it, and this will be the third year for the Bainbridge High School Mega Reunion. And Patsy McCall and when I first saw it on Facebook, I was like, oh, I gotta go. I got to go. And that was 2 years ago, the first time that they had it. And it was one of the best experiences I had as far as being able to fellowship with former high school classmates and being able to see people I hadn't seen since I graduated, because I didn't attend any of the class reunions. It wasn't on Facebook until 2008, and then I got off. But being able to see folks I hadn't seen since I graduated, and like I say, 89, we're talking about 36, 37 years ago. Seen several when I went home to visit, but just being able to see certain individuals that I hadn't seen since we walked across that stage at the Coliseum. As a matter of fact, our class of 89 graduated from that Coliseum that they established, that they built. And just to be able to see folks It was so beautiful. It was one of the most beautiful events I had been to in my hometown. And all the faces, you know, and everybody just laughing, and the surprises on their faces, and just it was just an experience that if you haven't experienced it, just being able to on a larger scale. I think the first year it was about 25 classes represented, and then the second year I think it was like over 40 some classes represented, and they had it at what we call the boat basin there in Bainbridge High, at Bainbridge. And at the boat basin they allow for them to set it up kind of shaped like a horseshoe, and each class was represented by their own tent set up, and you know, you was able to just be out there. Big fellowship. And then of course the first year that they had it, everybody was just going around meeting and greeting, and you know, we small towners, we likes to eat. We gonna cook and we gonna fellowship with some food. That's what we gonna do. And the food was out there, and I promise you, I was at tent by tent by tent, hitting up tents and interacting. I think the oldest class was 1976. Don't quote me on it. And then I think the youngest class at the time was 2019 being represented, and just going around meeting and greeting people, laughing, enjoying each other on one accord. You know, Bainbridge High School Bearcats. Bainbridge High School Bearcats. Yep. Yeah, it was just beautiful being out there with those folks, just interacting with my people, just enjoying the people, and seeing folks. It's like, yeah, like I say, from 1970 something all the way to 2019, you're interacting with the youngest to the oldest, taking pictures, videoing, dancing, sharing your memories, and folks that were representing different areas of the school that they went to enjoy and play in, whether it be basketball, whether it was football, whether, you know, you interacted in some form or fashion. You just enjoyed it. You just used your gifts and your talents, and was able to interact with those individuals who played in the different sports and different extracurricular activities of the school, is what I'm trying to say. So, in the Coliseum, I think, was the first time that something that I participated in was a shindig, and they had it at the Coliseum. Oh, you couldn't tell us nothing. The shindig was like talent, musical talent, dancing talent, singing talent, and we sung and danced our butts off. Whatever the talents, play instruments, and whatever you wanted to do. That at the time, Miss Love, she was the one that oversaw the shindig at Bainbridge High School. Yeah, we had much talent to come through, and had our first showcasing in the Decatur County Memorial Coliseum. And honey, it was like, I done made it big time. I'm at the Coliseum singing, you know. And I'm gonna tell you who my favorite singer in the whole wide world, Anita Baker, because that's what they would know me as when I sung. Anita Baker. I love me some Anita Baker. That's my girl. I swore I was Anita singing. I swore I was Anita Baker singing up at the shindig at Bainbridge High School. I knew I was. Yeah, that was my favorite singer. Yes, indeed. The first time I heard her was at one of the shindigs that they had, and another lady was singing it, and I was like, oh my God, I love I love that song. Who sings that? And once I found out who it was, I was like, okay, I want to sing her. I want to sing a song from her. And one of our neighbors down the street, she had Anita Baker, I think it was the cassette, and let me borrow it so that I can listen and try and get the words of the song that I had chosen to sing from it. And I was just, it was like, man, it was awesome to be up there with all the other students, you know, your classmates, and you know, they performing, dancing. And of course it was a competition. It was the first time that we had it before the Coliseum. It was at the at Bainbridge at the gym, and when I sung Anita Baker there, I did win second place. Caught Up in the Rapture. On that one. But like I say, just the memories that it brings back whenever you are able to go back to the school that you went to high school at, and be able to see where you were at some point in your time in your life, where you had been. So yeah, but I did. So it's, you know, just Shuga Shootin' the Breeze, random. You know, when they hit me, I run with us. You know, I just felt like coming live today to share some of it, and I'll be back coming live. As a matter of fact, I gotta wash up my dishes right about now. Gotta wash my dishes up, and hang loose. I'm gonna wash up my dishes right now. And if you have anything to say, if you want to say hi, if you scrolling by, and you see my live, just back up and say hi. Put beep beep in the comment section. You ain't gotta stay. Just beep beep. Hey sugar, that's how I say hey sugar. Cause yeah, that's how they did it where I grew up in Bainbridge, Georgia. You driving by, they blow the horn. They didn't stop, but they blew the horn. And if you was at home, whatever the case may be, you heard somebody saying hi just because they blew the horn at you and kept on going. Now some horns you might recognize, but for the most part, if they blowing the horn, that was their way of saying hi. So if you out here in these social media streets and you see Shuga up here live, if you scroll by, back up and come on back and say hi. Put a beep beep in the comment section. Put a hey Shuga, how you doing in the comment section. Yeah, that's all. So right now I'm going to wash my dishes. Gotta do that. So y'all just hang tough with me. I mean, I like to use a bowl. I grew up using a bowl washing dishes. I use a bowl. I don't fill the whole basin up. I just use a bowl. I fill it up. And then add my dish detergent. And yeah, that's what I do. I fill it up. Yes, indeed. So what y'all doing? What y'all doing for the holiday? What y'all gonna grill out or something? You gonna grill anything? Are you gonna be doing any grilling? Or are you trying to stay inside? Because it's hot. The heat is on. It is on and popping out there. I've been out there. I've been out the door. I sure enough did. I went outside. I was out there for a little bit. Here in Georgia, yeah, I was out there for a little bit. And then I came on back in. Simply because, yeah, that heat ain't no joke. It's good to go out. It's good to go outside just to see what's out there, just to see what it feels like, so you're not shocked, you know. So you're not shocked. Sit that right there. Yep. I'm over here washing my dishes, y'all. I gotta wash my dishes up. While I shoot the breeze a little bit. Happy Friday, y'all. Happy Friday. It is Friday, July the 3rd. It is Friday. Yeah, I have a dishwasher. I don't use it. I like I like to wash my own dishes. The old school. I like the hand washer. I do. But I'm gonna show you some. Show you some more memorabilia from my high school. Memorabilia. I got some more memorabilia that I'm gonna get a kick out of. Like I say, I'm not a pack rat, but I don't know. I just certain things I just kept up with. My mom, she kept up with a lot of stuff too. I shout out to my mom because my mom, you know, she'll come and pull out some stuff and have your mouth drop open. Have your mouth drop clean open like, golly, where you get that from, mama? Where you get that from? Where you find that at? I thought you had got rid of that years and years ago. And my mom was like, no. I kept it for a time such as this. I mean, y'all, let me tell y'all. My mama pulled out my high school cap and gown. My mama went in her secret closet, her secret stash, and pulled out my high school cap and gown. I graduated in 1989. She pulled out my high school cap and gown. That's how serious it is. On how you keep memorabilia and things that you don't think is worth anything or valued at anything, but she went and pulled out my high school cap and gown. Last year when we went to the mega reunion, she went in her secret stash. I did not know she still had it. Went and pulled it out. Y'all, Shirley went and got it. Like I said, they taught us how to keep stuff that meant something to you. You know, you got to throw everything away. So, you can throw some things away, but you don't throw everything away. You know, because like I said, in this digital world that we live in right about now, we really is on slippery slopes when it comes to things that you might hold valuable, especially when it comes to pictures. Because pictures, you know, I grew up where we had photo albums. We took pictures. My daddy, he was an avid picture taker. My daddy, he would be in somebody's picture. He gonna be in your picture. If you pull out a camera, he coming to find it. My daddy, he coming to find it. Clarence Tatum, and he's gone on to be with the Lord, but Clarence Tatum, he will find a camera and get in front of it because he loved taking pictures. He loved pictures, and we grew up developing them and putting them in a photo album where you can look back on it, you know. And I know stuff can happen. Unfortunately, people lost stuff through burns, fire burns, and things that they just got lost. But the fact that you were able to reflect back on the memory, especially with the pictures, and digital world is kind of slowly taking the place of being able to have something to show proof of, because people have lost stuff in digital world as well. You know, photos and stuff have been destroyed, you know, damaged digitally or lost, where they have no access to them. But you know, but just being able to go back and pull out a photo album and go through it and look and see who it was and jog your memory once again from it. Yeah, pulling out stuff, finding your memory. If you can, you know, if you can, go on and print it out. Go and print some stuff out. Some of your favorite pictures that you've taken with your phone, you know, go and print some stuff out. Put it in a photo album if you can. Going on down there to the Dollar Tree, Dollar General, somewhere, get your photo album, print it out, and put it in the photo album. You know, it's just one of those things. It's like you're having the best of both worlds, because digital world is great. It is awesome. You know, operating in digital world right now allows me the ability to talk with the world, and if anybody's out there to see it, they're gonna see it and interact with you if they choose to or not. It's a beautiful thing. Yeah, you have some booger bears out here. Just, you know, that it is what it is, because it's not a perfect world, but the main thing is that you have access to people. But on the downside, it's like it's kind of hard to reserve and keep up with it tangibly. You back it up as much as you can, but for the most part. So if you got your pictures, if you know taking pictures with your camera, go on down there and get it printed out. Nearest Walgreens or whichever one of them will allow you to do it, or online, you know, print it out, start your photo album. It's a really nice project of your favorite pictures. So, yeah. But if you scroll by and you see me, back up and say, hey, sugar, and then keep it moving. Beep, beep, and keep it moving, if that's what you want to do. Or if you just want to hang around, you can hang. That's fine, too. I'm just out here in these social media streets. I'm just out here enjoying being able to express myself to whoever want to listen. Yellow. I know we got some folks celebrating birthdays today. Hey, Mark. Hey, classmate. Yeah, I know I got some folks celebrating birthdays today. I like birthdays. I do. I like people. I like to celebrate them. You know, they was birthed here on the day that you was born. You know, you got an opportunity to come on in here and make your contribution. You know, you get the opportunity. So, and if you want to acknowledge the day, of the year that you were born, hey, that's awesome. I like to do that. I like to shout people out. You know, my cousin, she's celebrating today. I think Raquel. Call her Tasha. Yep. She got a birthday today. Yep, she certainly do. We celebrated our daughter's birthday yesterday. We did. Yep. Our oldest. As a matter of fact, I remember my daddy saying, after I had birthed my two, he was like, "So you gonna get any more?" I said, I don't know, Dad. I think I done made my contribution to society, Daddy. My daddy Clarence told him he said, "Have as many as you want." Have as many as you want. That's what he would say. You know, I'm gonna love them all. Have them as many as you want. I said, "Well, I think I got my two, Daddy." I said, "Okay, well, if you decide to have some more, let me know. I'll be as happy as a lark." So after marrying my husband that I am with now, Eddie Lewis, and I went back to my dad. I said, "Daddy, I got you two more." He said, "You got me two more?" I said, "Yeah, I got you two more." "Yeah, I didn't have to birth them. Does that count?" He said, "Yeah, I don't care how you get them. Give me some more. Give me some more grandkids. I'm gonna love on all of them." That was my daddy. That was his thing. He's like, "Look, God said, be fruitful and multiply." That's what he said. That's what it says in the good book. Be fruitful and multiply. I did. I was fruitful and I multiplied 2 times. And then I got me 2 more by default. Yep. So I'm good. I am. So yeah. But I'm just on here just sugar shooting the breeze. Just sugar shooting the breeze and talking about our high school, Mark. Just like we're feeling some kind of way that it's about to be demolished for something good, but at the same rate you feel some kind of way because we had so many memories there at that high school that it's like, wow, we're not going to be able to walk, drive by and see Bainbridge High School. We're not going to be able to see it like it was. It's going to be at some point a hospital, which, like I say, the town do needs that. But the idea that it was a landmark for those that would go by there, whether you're living there still or you're visiting, just to be able to go by the high school and see where you attended, all these years and all the memories that came back, and just reflecting on memorabilia that I have, just sharing with folks that all the memories and holding on to some of the memories, the tangible memories that help you to kind of stay grounded. I think it's important, the tangible memories. Don't have to throw everything away, but some of the ones that I have, I got stuff, just little minor things that you wouldn't think that anyone would keep up with, but yeah, didn't realize how it would impact me now to hang on to certain items, but I'm glad I did, because like I say, now at this point we're getting ready to close a chapter and have a building torn down that we all went to and was able to gain education from, walk across our stage at the Coliseum, and on out into life. And fast forward, here we are today, now getting ready to bear witness to it no longer being a part of our Bainbridge town landmark. So yeah, but hope all is well with you. Hope you're doing good, Mark. Hope you're doing good. Yeah. Let me see what kind of memory I can jog with you. Hold on. What's that? Is that a school lunch ticket? Well, I believe it is. Now, for those that had these, they knew this is one of the most important documents that you could have. Bainbridge High School is your lunch ticket. Yeah. And it gets clipped each day. Your lunch ticket. If you didn't have your lunch ticket, you couldn't eat. Unless you're going to go in your pocket and pay for it. Now, there were those that had to pay for their lunch, and then there was those that, they had free lunch. But this ticket right here, that ticket right there, that kept us at the lunch line. Yeah, they clipped that ticket. That was the ticket. Bainbridge High School. That was my high school, y'all. That lunch ticket right there. Yep. That lunch ticket. That's how you ate. You had that ticket, you was messed up, or you had to go in your pocket. You had to go in your pocket and pay for it. And who wanted to do that? No, you didn't want to if you didn't want to. But yeah, you didn't want to do that. You didn't want to go in your pocket. You wanted to use that meal ticket like it was supposed to be used. So yeah, I stayed in the I like the salads. I like to go to the salad bar at Bainbridge High. This is the Bainbridge High School basketball ladies, cats and Bearcats. Yeah, I stayed in the salad bar. I love the salad bar. And then some of my other favorite meals of Bainbridge High School was the shepherd's pie. I like the shepherd's pie, and I like the hey cuz, yeah, you Shuga Shoot the Breeze, random, you know how I do. I better get on here. I'm gonna shoot the breeze with you. Just shoot the breeze. Today I'm shooting the breeze about our high school being torn down. It's just feeling a little some kind of way, a little melancholy, a little sad about it, because it was where we established ourselves. We established ourselves at Bainbridge High School. So I said, let me come online and shoot the breeze with the people. Let me do that. Let me shoot the breeze with them a little bit. Yeah. Take us down memory lane a little bit, Take us down memory lane. Because it was a great place to be established, to come through those doors of Bainbridge High School. It was wonderful. It really was. I was quiet. I was observant for the most part, had my friends here, but I wasn't very vocal. I was a little bit more reserved, a little more soft-spoken, shy for the most part. But yeah, I bear witness to a lot. We experienced a lot. Some awesome memories there at that high school. Some awesome memories, and just the idea that it's about to be grounded, it's about to be demolished. We get a new hospital there, but yeah. So I said, come on and have a TED Talk, Shuga Shootin' the Breeze, about our high school and the memories that come along with it. Yeah, I was telling them earlier, it's like my mama, we don't throw away everything. We keep some things just for memory's sake, just to be able to jog your own brain, and then stuff come flooding back. And I was telling my mama still had my high school cap and gown. Had the high school cap and gown. Yeah, still had it. I'm talking about 1989. Y'all, it was still in the same plastic. Still in, you know what? Let me show you. Hold on 1 second. Hold on. Y'all, This is my cap and gown. Bainbridge High School. Class of 89. My mama kept it. She went in her stash, wherever she keep all her goodies, and she pulled it out. She said, I got something for you. I said, what you got for me? She said, I got something for you. Hold on a minute. Y'all got this mega reunion going on. Let me get something for you. She pulled out my cap and gown, y'all. Shirley Tatum pulled out my cap and gown from high school. Pull it out. She said, now take it with you. I said, okay, I'll take it. I sure enough will, because I never knew where it was. Once I left and went in the military, everything stayed at my mama's house. Yeah. It stayed at my mama's house, y'all. Yep. That's the cap. It stayed in there. And she's like, I just was waiting for an opportunity to pull it out for you. I was waiting. She pulled it out. My mouth fell open. I couldn't help myself. I was like, Mom, I didn't know you kept that. I said, yeah, I know you didn't. No, you didn't know I kept it. She said, now take it with you. Take it home. Oh yeah. It just make you feel good to know that, you know, you can gain access to stuff from your past. You know, the things that you hold dear to you. Hey, Shani. I'm on here, Shuga Shootin the Breeze. Talking about our high school, girl. Talking about our high school. Reflecting. You know, knowing that it's about to be demolished. And, you know, right about now they doing stuff. They having an auction for it. For everything that's up in there. I said, all I want is a brick. I just want a brick from the high school. That's it. Just one brick. Tangible. That'll allow me to say, yep, it was real. My memories, my memorabilia, all of the stuff that I have, okay, that's one thing. But the actual building itself will no longer exist at some point. It'll be replaced by the hospital. So I just want a brick. Just a red brick. That's it. Hey. Yep. Yep, our high school gonna be gone, y'all. It's gonna be gone. It's gonna be gone. You remember that? Yep. Yeah. It is. That's the lunch ticket. Uh-huh. That was how you got your lunch. Clip that. And I don't know about the 5th. That's Monday through Friday, but I don't know if I was absent that day for the 5th or not. I don't know. The day 5. But this was dated December 7th, 1987. This lunch ticket. December 7th, 1987. That's when it was dated. Elisa Tatum. Yep. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's good to just be able to reflect. It is. Good to be able to reflect. And it's important. It's important to be able to remember because, you know, for those that can't remember, it's not a good thing to not be able to remember. And certain diseases take stuff. Yeah, right? Yep. Lunch ticket, girl. That was my favorite meal was the, of course, the shepherd's pie. I love the shepherd's pie for Bainbridge High School, my favorite meal. And then I like the salad bar. I love being at the salad bar. And of course the pizza. The pizza was good. Now, you know, they cook. We had meals, didn't we? We had meals in high school. We had real food. It was real food. I mean, real food we had. It wasn't nothing fake about it. Them ladies, they cooked. Them lunchroom ladies, boy, they made some real meal dishes. Real. And that's what we grew up off of, along with our own meals that our families prepared for us. But them lunchroom ladies, oh man, it was some good food coming up out of that lunchroom. Good. Real good. Yes, indeedy. Let me see what else I got that I can pull out of my stash. Now, this is my memory book from high school. Yeah, that pizza was off the chain. I loved it. The only person paying personal pizza, it was so good. And the salad bar, it was full of just about anything you want to eat. Yep. Now, this isn't the memory book that I selected when I was in high school. Yeah. My mama had this too, y'all. She had this too. Yep. And it's full. They did. They played. They were like family. They were so loving. Those ladies was wonderful. You know, they were wonderful, cuz they were wonderful. They fed us good. You know, they treated us like we were theirs. They did. Yeah, they did. So, but that's my memory book. I think I like the cubed ham. The cubed ham off of there that I would add to the salad, all of the lettuce and cheese and cucumbers, and yeah, it was good. It was real good. So I'm gonna open up this book for y'all. That's your girl right there. That was Elisa Tatum. I know, right? That's Shirley. She, I tell you, she kept some stuff. Yeah, they gave you right. You're right. They gave us plenty. They gave a little extra food. That they was known for that too. And I think a lot of it too with the football players and stuff. They come up in there. They was hungry. Them boys, they was hungry. They got extra. And I'm gonna tell you, even in the salad line, I can't remember his name, but he would come through there, and the minute you saw him coming through there, you knew he was about to empty it out. I'm like, you ain't got no business being in the salad line over here getting all the cubed ham. You ain't had no business getting all the cubed ham. You did not want to get behind him. He was all over the place getting his whatever he could eat, because he was a big boy. And I mean muscular, big and tall, not thick, but he was muscular, so he ate plenty. And I'm like, Lord, I don't want to get behind him. He about to take all the ham off the salad bar. I know he about to do it. He did it every single time. Every single time. And I was like, golly. Now we got to wait for him to bring some ham out. You ain't got but so much time for lunch. You ain't have but so much time. So you ended up having to wait. And then you got to hurry up and eat. And then get on back for that class bell ring. Get on back to your class. You know. But yeah, that lunch was good. We had real food. We had real food. We had real food. So, let me see what else I got here. Yeah, you got your autograph page. You know, when folks autograph how they felt about you, you know, high school. There's autographs of all of the people that I got to autograph my book, the memory book. Yeah. Of course, the graduation. That's the 1989. Yeah. 1980, that purple and gold, y'all. That purple and gold. That's the baccalaureate. Bainbridge High School, y'all. Bainbridge High School. Yep. See what else I got here. National Honor Society member. And what's that? Progress reports. Yep. More autographs. See what it is. See what that right there. That's my report card from when I was that was 8th grade. School year 84-85. That was when I was getting ready to go to Bainbridge High School. This was from Hutto progress report right there. That's Hutto. Hutto Junior High, 7th and 8th grade. Yeah. But Bainbridge High School, getting there. There's all kinds of stuff. There's some Valentine cards. I don't know why I put them in there. But just some Valentine cards. Yeah. See more autographs from people, high school graduates, classmates. And then, of course, it has your future plans, what you plan to do. Army application. Yeah, I went in the military, went in the Army, served in the military, and got a chance to see the world, see some of the world, some of the places. Yep. This little packet right here is packed full of stuff. Full of stuff. Let's see what's said. That's my first driver's license right there. First driver's license. 1989. Let me tell y'all something. My daddy, he got all of us a car. He got every last one of us a car, but it was for graduation. So once we graduated, we got a car. But the minute I graduated, I drove it for maybe not even a month. And I was on to Uncle Sam's military. So I didn't drive it long. It was $500 that he paid for a car for us. Each of his kids that graduated. $500. That was my first license. Yeah. Yep. I was 5'4", of course. Now, when I went back to the doctor here recently, I wasn't quite 5'4". So I don't, for some reason, I don't know if they didn't either measure right. But I'm 5'4". I was 122 pounds on here, according to this. Right about now, I'm sitting at about 158. Now, you know, you need a little extra. You need a little extra junk in your trunk, just in case you get sick. You need a little bit of reserve to go off of. See what else I got up in here. Let's see. Okay, this graduation card from folks. Let's see who's up in here. Well, there was some money in there. Not sure who gave me that one. Not sure who gave me this graduation card. I don't know. But they put some money in there. You know, that's usually all that matters anyway, to put a little couple of dollars in there for you. We talking about 1989 too, right? So you might have got $5, $10, which is good. Let me see. Some of the clubs that was a member of Arrive Alive. That was those who wanted to join the Arrive Alive club. Yeah. Trying to promote, keep people from drinking and driving. Make sure you drive safe. Yeah. And people just, you know, sign throughout the book. Sign throughout the book. Let's see what else I got. Okay. Got a couple of pictures. Yep. Who we got? That's Tessie Ann Pearson right there. I remember her. Lori. And let me see. I can't make out who it is. Okay. The Lady Cats honorees, Bainbridge High School Lady Cat players, hold awards that they received at Monday night's BHS Basketball Awards banquet. From left to right are the most improved players. Tessie Ann Pearson, Best Defensive Player. Lynn Harris, Academic Rebounding and Hustle Award winner. Laura Herndon, Most Valuable Player. And Free Throw Award winner. Ashley Dixon. And Coaches Award winner. Renita Hines. That's who that was. On there. Yep. Let's see what else we got. The top performers, Regional 4A South Coaches of the Year, Larry Slaughter of the Bearcats left and Ken Bird of the Lady Cats right stand with their most valuable players at the Monday night Bainbridge High School Basketball Awards banquet. From left to right are Slaughter, Bearcat County Most Valuable Players, Charlie Burke and Willie Burke. Lady Cat Most Valuable Player, Ashley Dixon and Bird. Yep. Bainbridge High School. Yep. I just put other stuff in there. This was actually Elkin King, and Elkin King has since been replaced as well. It's more, you know, for parking and I think all of that. But that's the picture, Miss O'Neill. That's your girl right there. Huh? Yep, that's me. That's Sugar. Yep, that's Sugar. And then just more autographs. More autographs. Yep. And other traditions. This is, I guess, a little bit of the Bearcat pom-pom. And then these are, you had your high school ID. That was for 9th grade. And then 10th grade, 11th grade, and I don't know what I did. I don't know what my 12th grade one, but it wasn't in here. So yeah. And that was me cheesing in the first car that my daddy had got me. It was an Omni Dodge, I think 1970 something, Omni Dodge. I drove it for all of maybe, like I say, a month and a half, and I was going into the military, Uncle Sam's military, July 13th, 1989. That's when I joined Uncle Sam's Army. But I drove this car for about a month and a half. That was my graduation car. $500. My daddy said, I'm not spending no more than $500. Yep, I'm not spending no more than $500. Let me tell y'all. It had a little issue. It had an issue. The fan, couldn't plug up the fan. It didn't come on automatically. The fan that, you know, cool everything off under the engine. He had it Jimmy rigged where I would, inside the car, on the left side, inside, I had to put these two wires together, twist the two wires together, just so the fan could cut on. And then I turned the car on. And then by the time I come back home, I had to make sure I undid those two wires. I had to undo those two wires because you don't want the fan to keep running because it was going to burn your battery down. Now, this is inside. This $500, that's it now. But I had to put them two wires together to turn the fan on, then crank the car up, then I'm going. But anytime I got ready to stop and turn the car off, I had to undo them two wires just to turn the fan off. If not, yeah, it's going to burn the battery down. Yeah, that was my car though. I was happy to get that little Omni Dodge car. I was. Let's see what else we got. That would have been more photos. What we got? The Night of the Nine. Night of the Nile, I'm sorry, 89. That was our prom, junior senior prom, 89. Bainbridge High School. Yep. Bainbridge High School in Bainbridge, Decatur County. They even had the prom special on pictures. Yeah. Yep. Let's see. So who did I go to prom with? I went to prom with Howard Clark. And as a matter of fact, it was just because we didn't have nobody else to go to prom with. His cousin Alice Howard, she was like, who you going to prom with? Well, I didn't really know. Didn't have nobody to go with. She said, well, my cousin, he don't have nobody to go with, so maybe y'all can go. So that's what it was. We went to prom because we was available to go and took pictures. And I have to find the picture that we took, but yeah. Yeah. What else? Let me see. What I got here. All right, so this are class dues receipts. Class dues receipts. For Bainbridge High School. From 9th grade all the way up to 12th grade. Yeah. Yep. Class of 89, y'all. That's where I came from. That's where I graduated from. Class of 89. Bainbridge High School. And then this was a Greyhound receipt. And I think this is when I had gone to Atlanta. Because after I had decided I was going into the military. Yeah. That's a Greyhound receipt. Greyhound. At the top there. Yep. What else I got up in here? There's a bunch of stuff up in there too. As a matter of fact, that was a graduation exercise. We were in the Coliseum. That's where our graduation was held, at Bainbridge High School Coliseum. Class of 89. I think we had over like 340 something folks that graduated in our class. Yeah. The program itself. See who we got in the program. Prelude, Bainbridge High School Band, Processional, Invocation, John Mallory McCrae Jr., the National Anthem, the High School Band, Pledge of Allegiance, Edward Charles Horn Jr., Welcome, Deanna Mitchell Jones, Remarks, David C. Mosley, Superintendent. Senior Memories, Joe Louis Sweet III. Solo, That's What Friends Are For, Maurice Williams. Salutatorium, Elizabeth Ann Hampton. Valedictorian, Marsha Ellen Willis. Presentation of Honor Group, Zaida Lee Kerbo. And don't come for me if I messed the name up. Zaida Lee Kerbo, and then Rosalind Olivia Williams. Presentation of Honor Society Scholarship, Spencer Paul Salters. Presentation of awards, Robert T. Parker IV, Chairman, Board of Education. Senior gift, Serena Lynette Stubbs. Solo, Sing to the Lord, Susan Alicia Hilburn. Verification of graduation requirements, Ronald E. Henson, Principal. Presentation of diplomas, David C. Mosley, Superintendent, Dr. David Hay, Assistant Superintendent, Mary Gant, Senior Counselor, St. T. Thomas, Principal, members of Board of Education. The Alma Mater, senior class, led by Quartet Susan Alicia Hilburn, Jonathan G. Carrick, Kevin S. Pyland, Jill A. Scott, pianist Emily L. Pace. Alma Mater, that was the Alma Mater, and then the benediction, Tasha Renita Kendrick, and recessional, Bainbridge High School Band. You had your honor graduates on the other side. Senior class officer for 89, President Joe Sweet III, Vice President Edward Horn, Secretary Tamara Johnson, Treasurer Serena Stubbs, Parliamentarian Tasha Kendrick, President Student Council Senior Officers, President Michelle Underwood, Treasurer Rosalind Nix, Representative Tammy Lucas. Yep, graduating class of 89 from Bainbridge High School. And y'all remember back in the day, we used to try and play Scrabble with McDonald's, trying to win that $75 million. Yeah. Scrabble. And these were the little Scrabble slips. all these little Scrabble slips. Shocked. Trying to see if you can win. That's $75 million. McDonald's. Yeah. And these are all cards of teachers, offering their recommendations and, saying how great of a student you were. What else I got? What else? And for our class of 89, when they, running for office with John Carrick, what he says, senior class president of 89, he had it on a dollar bill, y'all. Then you had Joe Sweet, says, how sweet it would be if you would vote for me. Go with Joe, senior class president 88 and 89, reliable, dependable, dedicated. Yep. And then you see that right there? That's the Bainbridge High School Student Council is sponsoring homecoming dance. Catch the Bearcat Wave. That was in, what was that? 87. Yep. What else we got? Oh, that was Country Market. I worked there just for a little bit. And then that's considered a Bainbridge Bearcat napkin from one of the events, whatever it was, Bainbridge High School events. And what else we got? Oh, that was the shindig. Yeah, that was a shindig. This is what folks that could dance, sing, whatever talent that you had, It was headed up by Miss Love, Miss Pauline Love, and she was the one responsible for bringing about the show and selecting who was going to be in it, and making sure that you was able to perform, and we'll go to practice and all of that. And like I said, I was Anita Baker. I was Anita Baker fan. I had to sing me some Anita. And throughout, you see the program, several folks. It was a nice lineup. We had a nice lineup. Here, right at the Coliseum. Yep, at the Coliseum, y'all. Nice lineup. Decatur County Coliseum. Yep. Made the paper too. Made the paper. This was in '88. And I think this one was at the, yeah, this one was at the Bainbridge High School gym. That year, this was the year I won second place in the singing competition for Caught Up in the Rapture. Caught Up in the Rapture. Yeah. But that's all, y'all. Just wanted to kind of go down memory lane a little bit. Just wanted to go down memory lane a little bit because Bainbridge High School. Great memories. Wonderful memories. And you have some embarrassing memories and some stuff that you just don't want to talk about. Them several, you know, it's just life. But for the most part, yeah. Great memories. Great memories. Yes, indeed. Anyway, I'm going to get off here for a bit. I might come back on later on today just to shoot the breeze. See who on here in these Facebook streets. And if you just so happen to scroll by my page, back up. If you see me on here, back up and just say, hey, Sugar, how you doing? That's all. That's all. Yep. Oh, let me finish up on my, the rest of my dishes. Finish that. Yeah. Oh, look, y'all. Let me show you something. What did this? What did this to my dish rag? What did it? What did it to my dish rag? If you know, we can. Huh? Why my dish rags look like that? Huh? What did that to my dish rag? Drop it in the comment section. If you know, you know. I always have to put just a little drop. Help with the germs. All right. I'm going to holler at y'all later. Shuga Shootin' the Breeze random, y'all. And it hit me, I'll run with it. Y'all enjoy the rest of your day. I might be back on a little bit later, but if not, enjoy your 4th. Okay. Love y'all. Bye.